This gently meandering tar road along the valley between the impressive Slanghoek Mountains and the smaller Botsberg Mountain showcases a restfully pastoral landscape of vineyards and fruit farms. A wine tasting tour at the popular wine farms is a must for wine connoisseurs, locals and tourists alike. The drive through the valley is a visual feast, but watch out for pedestrians, animals, cyclists and slow-moving farm vehicles. At 18.7 kilometers, this is a fairly long road, taking 15 to 20 minutes to complete. It is in reality a high-quality farm access road which links the valley residents with the village of Rawsonville and Worcester. The primary produce grown in the valley is grapes. There are a range of fine wine estates to visit, like Botsberg, Slanghoek and Jason's Hill, amongst many others. The road starts at the junction of the Godini Spa-Slanghoek intersection and it's tar all the way. Note that there are no safety shoulders on this road and the road is popular with cyclists, so please be aware of them. The first section of 2 kilometers is a long straight climb at a gradient of 1 in 15 with the smaller Botsberg Mountain to the right. As the first of 2 summits is reached, the road bends slightly to the right and commences a long winding descent amongst a series of wine farms, including Jason's Hill and the Slanghoek estates. Well-established oak trees create a charming atmosphere as the vineyards march over the sandy plains of the Slanghoek Valley towards the backdrop of the towering Slanghoek Mountains. A second river, the Amandel Rivier, forms a confluence with the main river, the Slanghoek River, which in turn joins the Breda River a short while later. The valley is an adventurous dream with many hiking, cycling and horse riding trails throughout the valley. The Breda River is well known for its canoeing and famous sunset cruises, and the enveloping mountains provide the perfect setting for abseilers and rock climbing diehards. During the harvest season towards the end of the summer, be particularly aware of slow-moving farm tractors with trailers hauling tons of grapes off to the wineries. This is specifically an issue from Mondays to Fridays. About a third of the way along the pass you'll find the lovely Slanghoek Mountain Resort, which offers camping and self-catering accommodation in a lovely mountain setting. From almost any point along this section, one can enjoy lovely views over the valley almost all the way to Worcester. It's particularly attractive in midwinter when the peaks to the south are snow-capped and the whole region is green. The valley's unique geographical position, fertile varied soils and microclimate are reflected in the unique character of Slanghoek's renowned and prize-winning red, white, sparkling and dessert wines. The descent is gradual and after a few kilometers the road swings towards the left over a flat section and then crosses the Slanghoek River and rises up the hill on the western bank, whereafter it straightens out past a few farms before leveling off briefly. Here the road bends to the right and the final climb begins to the true summit, which has the steepest gradient of the entire road and summits at 312 meters above sea level. The final drop down to the Breda River is short and steep, and here the gradient is at 1 in 10. As the final few hundred meters ease off towards the low-level bridge, the road narrows towards the approaches. Please note that the bridge is a single lane and it's regularly submerged during winter when the Breda River is supercharged with winter rains from the Witte River, which comes down from Beinskloof, and the Wabooms Rivier, which joins in from the north. Large volumes of water head down the Breda River, and anyone thinking they can cross the submerged bridge under flood conditions will be in for a rude awakening. The authorities normally place a signboard at the beginning of the pass advising of the bridge closure. If you've chosen to ignore the warning, you'll need to backtrack 17 kilometers and cross the Breda River over one of the higher bridges if you're heading towards Beinskloof or Ceres. When you get back to your starting point, turn left past the Godini Spa and the Botsberg Winery, which will get you back to the R43 via a higher modern bridge. This crossing was filmed in January at low river levels. The second clip was filmed during June, with the river flowing strongly and the levels being just below the bridge. The third clip was filmed from the opposite bank during October during full flood conditions. If you seriously think you can drive across a bridge in conditions like this, remember the golden rule. If you aren't prepared to walk it, then don't drive it. Far too many people have lost their lives by underestimating the power of water and overestimating the capabilities of their vehicles.